This image of Yousuf Azhar. I want to show that to our viewers. I'll hopefully get this camera to zoom in as well. This is the brother-in-law Yousuf Azhar, the brother-in-law of Maulana Masood Azhar. He is the prime target of this attack. Now, there is no information available about whether he's been smoked out or not, but what we do know is that he ran this camp. It's a very major training camp of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. Between 200 to 300 jihadis, we are told, were trained at this camp. And that's the information that's coming out. Also, the perpetrators of the Pulwama terror attack, according to Indian intelligence officials, were trained at this particular camp. So that's significant, and that is crucial in terms of the target of this attack and why Balakot was chosen. Marshal Ahluwalia, you know, when people think of the surgical strike, because that's in everyone's memory, we must also square and contrast that with what we've done now. We've gone in far deeper. We've gone in much deeper than we did the last time, and we've come out unscathed. How do you believe an operation of this nature would have been carried out? We'd obviously been flying very low, close to the ground, so as to be able to avoid any air defense systems, radars of the Pakistani Army and Air Force.
Absolutely. Rahul, first thing we needed was an 8-figure coordinate identifying the exact location. Because you see, what happens in the air is that you have to find the target to be able to illuminate it. So you must make eyeball contact. If you are at low level, as you can see, as you probably know, the line of sight is very important. The eyeball contact cannot be huge distances. So therefore, you'll have to, before you actually get into your target area, you'll have to pull up to a height of at least about 7, 8, 10,000 feet so that you can see the target first, acquire the target, then fire the laser, get the laser to lock on, then get the bomb, the payaway kit that we use on a 500 kg bomb to actually lock on. And then you fire the bomb, which will now be guided through the laser onto the target.
Okay, that's Yousuf Azhar, the brother-in-law of Maulana Masood Azhar. He was the prime target of this attack. He ran the Balakot training camp where the Indian Air Force's Mirage 2000 struck. The first images we're seeing released by the government of Yousuf Azhar, the prime target of this attack. On the other side of your screen, you're seeing the images of a satellite image of that exact training camp which was struck by the Indian Air Force. Gaurav Sawant now joins us. Tell us about the brother-in-law of Maulana Masood Azhar and why he's a high-value target, even though at this moment we don't know whether Yousuf Azhar was in the camp at that moment or had he been evacuated by his handlers in the ISI.
Rahul, Yousuf Azhar, Maulana Masood Azhar's brother-in-law, was one of the chief indoctrinators. He was the chief trainer. He was the one who, along with Maulana Masood Azhar, actually used to misinterpret religion to coerce people, to convince these youngsters to become suicide bombers. He prepared the suicide bombers. He was also involved in putting these devices together according to intelligence agencies. And this after Bahawalpur, Balakot was the biggest Jaish-e-Mohammed camp, but in Bahawalpur, you also had a mosque, a madrasa, and other institutions functioning. In Balakot, you only had the terrorist training camp functioning. At one point of time, according to intelligence agencies, there were between 250 to 300 terrorists undergoing training, and they were undergoing not only indoctrination and, you indoctrinate a person to one level, but when you have to make him into a suicide bomber, that level, that indoctrination goes altogether to a different level, and that is exactly what this terrorist did. And by some accounts, apparently, he too was there, but that is still not confirmed officially by government sources. But the intelligence was that this is where other suicide bombers were being prepared to be used in India ahead of the 2019 election.